Coming up tonight on Duck TV News, several campus cottages are going to be torn down. We'll tell you why.
Plus, we have more information on a suspected peeping Tom. More on that story coming up.
All this and more tonight on Duck TV News.
Good evening and welcome to Duck TV News. I'm Rick Lindfors.
And I'm Jaclyn Umenhofer.
The University of Oregon's campus population is growing, and so is its need for land. Haley Kellogg has the story.
The U of O is preparing to build a new central kitchen to better allow them to meet the needs of its growing population. But this new kitchen will result in the teardown of a dozen campus cottages, and it's leaving many residents searching for a new home.
Michael Griffel, director of UO Housing, says they're being sensitive because it is a residential area, but residents are still unhappy.
My first reaction was disappointment because I've really appreciated living here, and it was economically also a help.
With the new kitchen, the dining halls will receive local produce, improving them overall.
We now have, over 24,000 students, and we just we're expanding geographically.
For Duck TV News, I'm Haley Kellogg.
Thanks, Haley. Information on the demolition will develop in the coming year.
Another issue in the community has Eugene Mayor Kitty Piercy taking a hands-on approach to help pass a measure on the upcoming May ballot. Mayor Piercy is knocking on doors throughout various Eugene neighborhoods. She's urging voters to support legislation that will cost a maximum of $10 per household and non-residential properties $30. If passed, these fees will go towards city services such as firefighters, police, and public libraries. Mayor Piercy explains why she has been so active in her support of this bill.
When you're in a rough time and your family's having a hard time affording anything, that's the very time that you need a library that you can use. This comes from a very honest place, a place of yes, we won't die if we don't have these services, but we'll be a much poorer community if we don't have these services.
Mayor Piercy plans to continue her door-to-door campaign until the May 21st vote.
Healthy Oregon will be offering a mindfulness-based stress reduction course next fall. The class will be open to 25 people free of charge. For more information, go to healthyoregon.uoregon.edu/events.
On April 13th, the campus crime alert was sent out saying that an unknown man entered Tingle Hall. The suspect removed the covers from a female resident who was sleeping and looked into the shower stall of another. The suspect fled the scene before UOPD officers could respond. In a separate case, 6 days later, UOPD released a sketch of a peeping Tom who was spotted several times near campus in March. Public Information Officer Kelly McIver says there is no suspect correlation between the two incidents and that both are still ongoing investigations. For more updates, visit police.uoregon.edu.
And speaking of people spying, there's a new act that could allow the government to peep on your internet use. Sophy Rudintsky has more.
Congress passed the Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act, or CISPA, on April 18th. This act gives the government access to search through emails, text messages, and other sites for any cyber threats. Duck TV is here on campus to get students' opinions on the CISPA Act.
I feel like it's an invasion of privacy.
My own freedom, my internet freedom, I think is really different from maybe politicians who aren't so versed in what it's like to use the internet. So, unfortunately I do look at it as limiting people's privacy.
I would say that the time that it would be okay would probably be in times when you're, I forget the initiative, I think it's the Patriot Act, where if someone had committed a crime, maybe then you would have permission to.
For Duck TV News, I'm Sophy Rudintsky.
Thank you, Sophie. The Obama administration has threatened to veto the bill if it passes through the Senate without revision.
University of Oregon journalism graduate Robert X. Fogarty is returning to U of O to spread Dear World messages. Dear World is a nationally recognized project that includes photographing personal messages written on a subject's skin. If you would like your message photographed by Fogarty, visit the EMU on May 2nd between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. and 3:30 p.m.
And this Thursday, another program will be focusing on individuals. The Emerald will publish the first ever 25 Ducks, UO students who will change the world. These outstanding students were nominated by peers for their amazing achievements in areas such as sports, arts, culture, sciences, and community services, and more. UO freshman Paulia Rungu is one of the 25 honored for her remarkable photography in fashion and African culture.
Getting the nomination for 25 Ducks, I was just like, wow, like I don't see any of this coming, so I don't even know what's going to happen next.
This is not Polly's first time for being recognized for her photography. She has done work in Africa, at the Grammys, and currently has an exhibit at the Mills International Center. A reception was held in the Ford Alumni Center on Tuesday to honor the 25 Ducks. That's all we have for you. Be sure to tune in next week for more news on campus and community.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Duck TV News and look out for our Facebook page coming to you soon. I'm Jaclyn Umenhofer.
Stick around for sports. Coming up next, I'm Lindfors. Have a good night.